Guys, look what we have over here. We have the ET5 Touring. Damn. Right here we are at the service center. We got NIO manager. He's super busy. ES6, ET5, EC7, ES7 on the back, ES7 over here, ET7 over here. But this is the start of the show, ET5 Touring. We are going to have a good look at this car. What are the big differences between this and the classic ET5? Look at these brand new 19-inch rims. They look absolutely fantastic. Just a quick look at the exterior. Man, I love how this car looks. This car just looks really, really awesome. Now, of course, the back. This is where the biggest difference is. And there's a lot of Easter eggs over here in the back. We're gonna take a look at all those Easter eggs right away. Here's another look at the side view. Cool. Let's pop open the trunk and I'll show you what I mean by all those Easter eggs. So pop open the trunk right over here. We got the button. Boom. Whoa. Open up the trunk. It's a hatchback, of course. So much more headroom. First Easter egg right here. Blue sky coming, boys. Boom. And then second Easter egg. And this is what they did. They added a lot of cool perks. We got little hooks up here. These hooks up here, and you can basically hook whatever you want, posters, clothing, anything you need, camping gear. These are really nice addition to the car. And if you look at the back right here, these lights, this is just really, really awesome. You can pop this open, pull it out, and it doubles as a flashlight. Holy smokes, this is so damn insane, all right? And then the way you use it is you press, long press, turns it on, and then you can single press to toggle the different modes. You got so many different modes, and then you can double press to change the light direction, turn it into a flashlight. If you're camping, you need to look where you want to go. This is really cool, nice little addition. Long press to turn it off, and then you can pop it back over here. Oh my God, this is so cool. And then you got little hooks over here. This is brand new, man. Like, you don't have this stuff on the existing NIOs. Also on this side as well, you can hook stuff up if you want. Very nice. And then, oh, look, the boot, the bottom, the floor of the boot, it's sectioned off, 2 sections. Over here, you can lift this up. Ooh. So this is the front, you can store stuff over here. And then over here, you can also store stuff over here. Look at that. You got more storage space down here. Boom. Damn, that's so amazing, right? And then pull this up and then put this back. Cool. Damn. And then headroom. Let's go look at the headroom. And let's hop into the car, take a closer look at this car, and then also quickly, charging port right here. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. All right, pop this open. And then here we are inside the car. I'm gonna quickly turn everything off, take a look. Boom, we're inside the car. This is the door. Very, very nice. And straight off the bat, guys, straight off the bat, I have noticed the headroom has actually improved. It's actually improved over the ET5. The seating position is slightly lower, so it has solved one of the ET5's biggest weaknesses, which is the headroom on the driver's side. And even though the dimensions of the car is pretty much similar in the front, we no longer have the same problem. On the old ET5, and this is my field of view right now, I'm about 1.80 meters. You can tell, like, you can see a lot of stuff on the right. Before, on the regular ET5, it was like this. You were seated up high and the rear view mirror would block everything on the right, like a lot of stuff on the right. So right now it's like this. It's much, much better. A lot more headroom. I love this. I love this. This is a lot more headroom. This is very good. We're going to talk a little bit more about competition in a moment. And guys, if you want to test drive this vehicle, scan this QR code if you live in China. And then also, if you live in Europe or anywhere else, download the NIO app and use my invite code LEGPC7 for that. Cool. Quick look at the interior. The seats, pretty much the same seats as the ET5. And then let's look at the back seats. And obviously this is a huge improvement over the ET5. And this is obviously the back seat comfort. Boy, oh boy, guys, take a look at this. There's so much more headroom now. Right before, when I would have my head leaned back on the ET5, my head would be pretty much touching the glass. But now you got about 3 fingers worth of headroom, worth of extra headroom. That's pretty nice. And the middle seat, you know, oh, I can barely touch the top. I actually can't touch the top even in the middle seat. So there's so much headroom. And guys, you gotta take a look at this panoramic glass roof. This is just absolutely amazing, guys. And then obviously you can fold the seats down if you want, and to access the rear trunk, which has a ton of storage room. This car rumored to start at 348k RMB, which is 20k difference between the ET5 and also the ES6. So it's going to sit perfectly in the middle between those two cars. I think this is perfect pricing in terms of where this car stands at. And guys, here for comparison purpose, this is the ET5, the view inside the ET5. And you can tell what I mean by the rear view mirror blocking almost all the view on the right side, which has been a big weakness. And also another thing to notice is the steering wheel really bumps into your leg on the ET5, which it doesn't on the ET5 wagon, which is over there. There's lots of people checking out that car, so I'm not there right now. And I just want to quickly talk about what this car is up against. And this car, ET5 wagon, is definitely up against Zeekr 001. Now, if you look at the sales, Zeekr has been selling like crazy, and especially in May. You can tell 6,000 some vehicles at #1 spot. And then you got BMW iX3, i3 after that, and NIO's ET5 not doing that well comparatively. So obviously this car is aimed at stealing some thunder from the Zeekr 001. What are some of the core differences between these two cars that I think would sway customers either way? One big comparison, the Zeekr 001 has the Kirin battery, it's called 麒麟电池, 140 kilowatt hours. That's a pretty big pack, and it charges super fast. NIO about to come out with the 150 kilowatt hour pack, so they're going to be neck and neck together in terms of the battery. That is very, very impressive. And then also one thing to keep in mind is NIO's LiDAR is already available on the car, whereas the Zeekr's LiDAR is going to be available later on in the year. So that is where NIO is ahead of Zeekr in this aspect. And of course, obviously, battery swap. But some of the things that Zeekr has a foot over the ET5 wagon is the fact that if you look at some of the stuff, for example, heads-up display, the ET5 wagon does not have heads-up display. The Zeekr does have that. And air suspension, the Zeekr does have air suspension. The ET5 wagon does not. So that is a couple points of contention that may sway customers either way. But obviously with the Zeekr selling so well already, and with this introduced, it's obviously going to steal some thunder from the Zeekr. And even though, and I want to say, even though the touring variant is not a common variant here in China, you rarely see touring cars here in China. It's mostly SUVs, big SUVs, or sedans. Rarely do you see touring cars. It's more popular in Europe. So I think the ET5 Touring will see a lot more success over there in Europe than in China. However, I want to pinch myself and say this. However, because of the Zeekr's success, the ET5 wagon will probably also get some sales from Zeekr as well, and perhaps also do well. And the price point, 348k starting price, really perfectly well placed comparatively to the ET5 and also the ES6. However, I want to say that it is still a little bit unaffordable. Obviously, right now with the price cut situation, so 348k, reduce that by 30K. So 318K starting price. That's very, very attractive. So definitely with the price cut right now, it's gonna sell pretty well in my opinion. There's people checking out the car, opening up the trunk. So yeah. And also, just now, I just helped the NIO manager introduce the car to a very young couple, and they were buying a car for their parents. And I told them about the ES6 and what's good about the ES6, and I told them everything they needed to know. Spent like 30 minutes trying to sell the car to them, and so pretty nice, pretty nice. And they were very happy that a customer was able to introduce the car. And obviously, since you guys know me, I'm Mr. P. I know a ton about NIOs. I told them the good, the bad, and by actually telling them the bad as well, they are more likely to trust me over a NIO sales rep. And I told them the bad stuff, for example, the ES7, how that's a little bit older, might not be the good choice, and that's also more expensive. Doesn't have the same seats as the ES6. Told them all about that, and of course I told them in private. I told them about Bass battery rental, how I regretted going for Bass because the car quality is so good that I plan on keeping it for a long time. And if you keep the car for a long time, renting the battery ends up not being worth it. So I told them all about that, and they're test driving it right now with the NIO manager. They left. So this is a very, very good thing that NIO has built. Let's see how the ET5 wagon sells. I hope it sells well, and I hope the reception is better. They fixed a lot of the problems. This bumping into your leg, this is the biggest thing that I love. So yeah, and also, from the eyesight, here's my eyes, right? Here's the camera. You can tell in the rearview mirror, that's my eyesight. This blocks so much vision. This is very inconvenient. A lot of people don't like this. That's also fixed on the ET5 Touring, so that's awesome. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're aiming for 30K subs by the end of this year. So I'll see you in the next one. All right? Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.